God saved my life, and being in church changed my life. It is Monday, November 2nd. I probably haven't done one of these vlogs in exactly a year, so it feels a little interesting to be vlogging again. I will fill in all the gaps for the last year in just about a minute. First, I'm going to have my first Zoom meeting of the day, then have some lunch, and I'll get to it. Alright, lunch today is a quesadilla, kind of, with ham, eggs, spinach, refried beans from Trader Joe's, the best ones, some guac, and my mom's peas, which I'm microwaving right now. These are the best thing in the entire world. She makes them with like pancetta and onions, and it's just amazing. For dessert, I'm gonna have some of my delicious banana bread that I made yesterday with a mixture of whole wheat flour and garbanzo chickpea flour. Okay, I'm back. So, when I was vlogging around this time of year, last year, I was probably the saddest and most lost I had ever been in my entire life, because I actually had everything I wanted when it came to my music. I was signed to a label, I was signed to a huge management company, I was modeling, I had everything I wanted, well, everything I thought I wanted, and I was so unhappy because I was doing everything for the wrong reasons. All for fame, trying to be somebody I'm not, and I was literally singing songs that I hated, but they were commercially like smart, so I fell into the trap, and it became so unhealthy and so toxic that when I was in Italy throughout the summer, I like started developing anorexia again, and it wasn't conscious. And then when I got back to Miami, it started becoming my outlet. Like, the only thing that made me feel control was controlling my food and my weight, just as it had been the first time I dealt with anorexia, because everything else was so out of control. I dropped down to 92 pounds, and that was the lowest I had ever weighed in my entire life. And it was also the first time in my life where I could feel that I wasn't gonna make it out this time. And I was okay with it because I was so unhappy with everything going on in my life. I mean, I look back at the vlogs from this time last year and I don't recognize the girl in those videos. Like, I just want to give her a hug and tell her everything's gonna be okay. So, long story short, November 10th, so almost exactly a year ago, my sister, who was very aware of what was happening to me, she had become a Christian a couple years prior because of Robert, her boyfriend, and she sent me an Instagram TV video of Pastor Rich, who I didn't know was a pastor, Pastor Rich Wilkerson of VU Church, and he was just talking about like how important it is to rest. And I watch it and I'm like, oh my goodness, like this guy's cool. I would love to go listen to it. Like, I was not expecting to walk into church, and I'm like, okay, let's go. Will you go with me? So on Sunday, November 10th, my sister and Robert and I walk into VU Church, and in that moment, the worship team was on stage, and my freezing cold body felt such a warm hug from God. It was undeniable. I felt him say to me like, thank you for finally making it home. Like, I've been chasing you for a long time and you're finally here. Long story short, I gave my life to Jesus that day. I started getting super involved at VU, and my life is completely different. And so this last year, even throughout the entire quarantine, I've just been rebuilding my life and rebuilding a new foundation, but this time upon God. Now I want to do music again for the right reasons, because music has always been my most precious thing. So I spent literally the entire quarantine like studying the Bible, getting to know God, getting to know everybody at VU Church. I was literally FaceTiming everybody. People were probably like, who is this chick who just like FaceTimes everybody? And I started serving in whatever capacity possible, being that we were in quarantine. God saved my life, and being in church changed my life. Being in community changed my life. I'm fully restored weight-wise. I think you can just see it from my face. I want to get back into everything I loved to do always. Now I want to do them for the right reasons. I got the privilege of sharing this testimony, which I'm just like saying like this on YouTube right now, but we got to do a whole video about it for an event called VU Girl.
And we've actually got one of our very own VU girls, LUISA, here tonight to tell her story.
Everything just has a different meaning now. So I'm just so grateful for VU, for the community, for the family I'm building, for the worship team. I feel like I'm finally doing what God wants me to do.
You're still my everything. I'm still in love. You're still enough for me. You're still all I want. You're still my everything.
Whatever I can share on here with anybody fighting eating disorders, whatever addiction it may be, there is a way out. So yeah, here I am vlogging again. Okay, I came to do my quiet time outside because the weather today in Miami is unreal. So beautiful. I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. Here's my sister. She's in class right now, that's why she's being awkward. She turned off her camera. Hello. I just wanted to tell you what I just learned studying the Gospel of John. It's pretty evident, but basically, when he multiplied the fish and the bread, he could have done that for himself when he was in the desert, but he didn't. So he did for others what he didn't do for himself. How good is that? I'm gonna have dinner and then leave. Do you like my outfit? I am wearing my first fall outfit in forever. I'm wearing leopard jeans and a little sweater because it's cold, and I did fall makeup today, as you can see, and I've got a Christmas candle lit right here, and now I'm gonna have dinner. I went to the worship auditions. They were super fun. We got to meet some cool new people, and now I'm back home. I was gonna go to hang out with some of the people from the worship team, but I am still super tired from the red-eye flight that I took last night. So what I'm gonna do instead is I am going to watch an episode of this new show that I just got into. It's called You. It's been like less than a week and I'm almost done with season 1 because this show is just fire. I don't even remember the last time that I started watching a show and it caught me like so intense.